Hello, legends, and welcome to Force Healing Podcast, episode 282, in which I will shortly summarize today and explain what's coming up. So, the next 2 days will be very tough, and like it's not enough, I just came out of 1 week of totally destroyed schedule, albeit I was able to survive it with minor mental injuries and damage to my own habits. I preserved the blogging and podcasting bit, which was the most important. For those of you that don't know me and that project that I'm currently doing and started 282 days ago, is I basically decided to create two specific swim lanes, I would say, or parallel tasks slash habits that I will defend at all costs to not slip on. So I know that procrastination topic is widely discussed and different people have different views on that, but basically my life used to be and still is kind of organized chaos, and I decided to change something by age 40 because I tried many times in the past, but this sounds like a magical number to cross, and I thought that it might motivate me a little bit more than in previous situations. And so, before even hitting that 40 years mark of age, I started doing this podcasting and blog writing daily habit. So, yes, it is daily, it has to happen daily. Even if it's boring as hell, I still need to write something and record episode like this. Started that on 19 September 2022, and it's still ongoing, and you're actually the person that can see the number beside episode equal to the amount of days of continuous blogging and recording. On some days it was very tough, and I called them stormy days most of the time, which meant that I wasn't able to plan properly the schedule in the comfort of my home, because I usually were no I usually was like in the office driving to Dublin or somewhere else. I didn't have a chance yet to go on a proper vacation, which will be interesting thing to learn and see how the schedule works around this type of activity. But the most often days that affect or potentially impact my blogging routine and podcasting routine are the days where I go to the office. When I go to the office, it's 3 hours, more than 3 hours drive to Dublin and back home, which means that a huge chunk of day is already lost, kind of. Also, I need to wake up early, and I usually land at home quite late, so the sleep deprivation slightly kicks in, and that tiredness is another factor that might uh, disrupt scheduling. And obviously, when I'm not at home, that comfort of schedule and things that are available to you kind of disappears. So everything needs to be scheduled around whatever happens, wherever it happens. And it's usually Dublin office where I go. And honestly, so far, so good. I'm able to continue on and write and record the podcast even if I'm in the office. I learned it the hard way. Now I'm more structured, so it's fine. The other days that happened to be difficult were when I had to go in January. So I had to fly to Poland for a couple of days, and I had a very difficult time because there were, I think there was one night that I wasn't sleeping at all. Then there were other nights that were very chunky and difficult to wrap the sleep around, and on top of that, I had many things to do over that period of time, so it was very impactful to the habits, but I still managed, so that was a big win. And the last week, well, actually Monday to Monday, basically my mother and my brother came into us to visit my wife and Julian, my son. So that was also quite an impact, even though I was at home and in theory I had that comfort of own home to deal with the schedule. I still had work to do because I didn't manage to secure the, you know, holidays for that period. It's quite a busy period at the moment, and also the fact that we wanted to spend time together and we went into the later hours of the day or night rather, it changed everything. I slept less, it was more chaotic, and we were also visiting different places because I wanted to show my family a couple of new places, and that also was very hard. You probably can see over my face, it's it was very tiring, and I still feel like I need a couple of good days of sleep, if not weeks, to recover properly and feel the same again as I was before. So, like it wasn't enough, tomorrow I need to wake up at 5 a.m., 5:30, I need to drive to Dublin, and I have very important audit happening the whole day. So I'll be full day in the office, a little bit outside of the office for the audit, and then drive back home just to drive back into Dublin the next day and back because it's an office day and I want to participate in a couple of meetings as well as some company football day. So it will be tough. I know it will be tough. I could potentially stay in Dublin overnight instead of driving, but I feel like I sleep better at home, even though I need to drive those extra hours. It's still better. I feel just better and in a better shape when I sleep at home. And again, it's not, on one side it's quite tiring and it's far, but it's not too far. People, probably a couple of people of you are in the US, and I know that people in the US are mm, used to driving huge distances to work on a daily basis. And, 200 or 220 kilometers is not a big deal. Apologies. I'm really tired. I need to go to sleep now and prepare for tomorrow's day. Assuming that I survive it well, there's another day coming on Thursday, and I should be on, I would say, a better in a better position to slightly cool down and get into the summertime where hopefully it will be a slightly less busy time. So not much updates today except for the fact that we managed to do a short family walk in the morning to get some fresh air, and later on in the evening, Julian had his regular training, the soccer training, because they play league match on Sunday. So these are pretty much highlights of today. I'm not sure how it will go tomorrow because of the audit, when I will write the blog post and record the podcast episode. But I've done it already once, or actually twice. No, I think there was only one audit since I started this project, so I was able to manage that once. I think I can manage it twice. So stay tuned and see you tomorrow with another update where I will tell you how it went, because it will surely be after the audit. Have a great rest of the day, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. I hope you have a peaceful time and see you tomorrow.